Welcome back to Coin Explorer. Today, we're stepping into the mysterious world of a coin that might just be sitting in your drawer, collecting dust, when in reality it holds a story rich with history, identity, and perhaps more value than most people ever imagined. This is the 2009 Jordanian 5 Piastres coin, a piece of metal that might seem ordinary, maybe even forgettable, but if you take a closer look, you'll find it's anything but. What makes this coin special? Why are collectors around the world starting to talk about it more seriously? And is it possible that this little coin, made for everyday transactions, could be worth far more than the number stamped on its face? Well, let's find out, because sometimes it's the smallest coins that carry the largest stories. Let's start at the surface. The 5 Piastres coin from Jordan, minted in 2009, is a small, round coin that was never intended to be rare, legendary, or collectible. It was meant for everyday use, to buy bread, pay for a bus ride, maybe hand it over at a corner shop. But just because something is ordinary doesn't mean it isn't extraordinary. Material-wise, the 2009 version is made from brass-plated steel, giving it a warm, golden hue. Under light, it reflects a soft shine, not too flashy, not dull, just enough to catch your eye if you happen to notice it among your change. It's lightweight, weighing around 3.5 grams, and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. It's the kind of coin you'd barely notice, until now. On the obverse, you'll find the elegant, dignified profile of King Abdullah II, the reigning monarch of Jordan. His image is surrounded by inscriptions in Arabic, announcing his title and the legacy of the Hashemite kingdom. Flip it over, and on the reverse, you'll see the number 5, proudly marking its value in piastres, along with inscriptions in both Arabic and English. The Hashemite kingdom of Jordan, simple, clean, refined. But it's what lies beneath all of this. The story, the context, the quiet whispers of rarity that makes this coin truly remarkable. So let's rewind. It's 2009. Jordan, nestled in the heart of the Middle East, is navigating a delicate time in its political and economic history. The region is changing. The world is changing. King Abdullah II has now been on the throne for 10 years. Under his leadership, Jordan has maintained stability in a region known for unrest. There's pride in its history, in its royal family, its people, and its heritage. The Central Bank of Jordan, along with the Royal Mint, issues coins as symbols, not just of money, but of identity. National coins, after all, are tiny messengers of culture, pride, and sovereignty. But something interesting happened in the minting of the 2009 5 Piastres. Unlike other years, collectors have found that this specific mintage is less commonly seen in general circulation. There aren't official reports from the central bank declaring it a low mintage year, but in the world of coin collecting, numbers don't always tell the full story. Circulation patterns, export batches, and internal mint decisions often go undocumented. And that's where the mystery begins. Over the past decade, a small but growing community of collectors, especially in Jordan, Palestine, Egypt, and even Europe, have started noticing that the 2009 version of the 5 Piastres coin tends to show up less frequently in circulated lots, flea markets, and currency collections. Why is that? Some believe the coins were simply produced in fewer numbers, possibly as a transitional issue. Others suggest that a limited minting run might have occurred while new equipment or designs were being tested. There are even whispers in the numismatic community that certain 2009 specimens have minor strike anomalies, die shifts, misalignments, or unusual thicknesses, things that might not mean much to the average person, but to a seasoned collector. They're like gold dust. One of the most talked about theories comes from a collector in Amman, who discovered a 2009 5 Piastres with slightly doubled lettering on the Arabic script, a possible die shift. Another coin surfaced in Turkey with an unusually dark tone, possibly due to a plating error. Now let's be clear, none of these coins have been officially confirmed by the Jordanian Mint as errors or special issues. But that's part of what makes this journey so thrilling. Because sometimes it's the unsolved mysteries that fuel the greatest obsessions. Now, you might be wondering, okay, but what's it actually worth? Here's the truth. Most 2009-5 Piastres coins are still considered common, and you'll often find them valued at around $1 to $5 USD in general circulated condition. But, and here's the twist, collectors have been willing to pay much higher for coins that meet certain criteria. Uncirculated or mint condition, MS60 or higher, visible die variations or errors, unusual color or planche flaws, certified by professional grading services. In some private collector markets, coins in MS-grade condition have fetched offers ranging from $30 to $90, depending on uniqueness. That might not sound like a fortune, but consider this. That's over 15 times the face value of the coin. Now imagine, if you had 10 of these coins, all pristine, or if one of them turned out to be an undiscovered mint error, then the numbers start to add up. Not to millions, no, but to something meaningful, something that turns forgotten change into found value. And most importantly, it's completely within the bounds of reality, ethics, and policy. But let's zoom out, because this story isn't just about money, it's about connection. Coins like the 2009 Jordan 5 Piastres aren't just currency. They're tiny time machines. They connect you to the people, the culture, and the political heartbeat of a nation in a single year. Imagine holding this coin and realizing it's been through thousands of hands, passed between generations, traded in market stalls, exchanged in moments of joy and survival. That's not just metal. That's memory. Let me tell you a real story. In 2011, a young Jordanian student living in London was sorting through a box of old belongings his grandfather had mailed from Amman. Inside was a coin pouch, mostly filled with common dinars and piastres, but one coin stood out. A shiny 2009-5 piastres. He didn't think much of it, until, out of curiosity, he posted a photo of it to a Middle Eastern coin forum. The response? Instant curiosity. One user noticed a potential die chip near the edge of the numeral 5. Another said the Arabic script appeared off-center. A third offered to buy it for £50, nearly 60 times its face value. Did he sell it? Number. He kept it. Not just for its rising value, but because it felt like a bridge to home. That's the magic of coins. They're not just collectibles. They're anchors to identity. So if you're watching this video right now thinking, hey, I've seen this coin before, go check your change. Go dig through that coin jar in your kitchen. Call up your uncle, your grandmother, your cousin who collects things just in case. Because who knows, that little golden coin, with King Abdullah's profile and the number 5 etched on it, might just be more than a coin. It might be a story, a connection, a small but powerful reminder that value isn't always printed in big numbers. Sometimes, it's hidden in plain sight. Before we wrap up, let's do a quick technical recap. Name: Jordan 5 Piastre, 2009 country, the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. Obverse, King Abdullah II, Arabic inscription. Reverse, value in Arabic and English diameter, approximately 19 millimeters weight, approximately 3.5 grams. Metal, brass-plated steel color, golden yellow edge, smooth estimated collector value. Graded, between $1 and $90 depending on rarity, condition, and certification. So here's your takeaway. Coin explorers. Even coins that seem common, especially those with historical context and subtle minting quirks, can be far more valuable than we assume. Not every coin will buy you a car or a house, but every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is priceless. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video with friends, family, and fellow collectors. And remember, never ignore your loose change, because sometimes what looks like just another coin could be your doorway to history. Until next time, keep collecting, keep exploring, and as always, stay curious.